Hello friends, welcome to Nandi. I know about Women's Rights Day, but what is this Muslim Women's Rights Day? When do we celebrate it? Is there any history regarding this? Let's look into it. August 1st, recently we celebrated this day as a Friendship Day. Yes friends, so let me wish you all happy Friendship Day. On the same day, even we celebrate Muslim Women Rights Day. And this celebration started in 2019. So 2021 is considered as a second anniversary of this Muslim Women Rights Day. By the way, why only it is chosen as an August 1st? Because on that day, most of the Indian Muslim women thanked our Prime Minister for declaring the most controversial and impractical practice of triple talaq as a criminal offense. What is meant by triple talaq? It is a kind of divorce mechanism in most of the Muslims population. Generally, divorce falls under civil category, means civil offense. But Government of India declared the civil offense as a criminal offense. This is the controversy number one. Let's have a quick review about the triple talaq issue in India. For the first time in 1984, a divorced woman named Shah Bano approached the Supreme Court for the payment of alimony. What is meant by alimony? When husband and wife gets divorced, then husband have to pay certain amount as a maintenance for the former wife. Even Supreme Court gave judgment in favor of Shah Bano in this case. But what happened next? Some of the Muslim fundamentalists who were considered as conservatives and do not think as judiciary should be involved in religious matters forced the then government, which was Rajiv Gandhi government, to legislate a new law called New Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Divorce Act 1985, which was against the judgment of Supreme Court in Shah Bano case. Again, in 2017, another Muslim woman named Shayara Banu approached Supreme Court under the similar Talaknama case. You can see here Shah Banu. In 2017, she was Shayara Banu. Both are different. So do not get confused. And Shayara Banu claimed that her husband was very abusive and she was not allowed to move out of the house, even not allowed to use the contraceptives. If she get pregnancy, she was forced to use the termination pregnancy pills. And many other abusives were mentioned in her claims. So finally, Supreme Court gave a landmark judgment in Shayara Banu versus Union of India in 2017. That is, the triple talaq was declared as unconstitutional. It means the values which were promoted in our constitution are not followed in this triple talaq, particularly the right to equality. So based on this judgment, the then government in 2017 introduced a new bill, Muslim Women Protection on Rights Marriage Bill, to overcome this controversy of triple talaq. But due to the opposition from the Rajya Sabha, the bill collapsed and reintroduced in 2019. So the bill got passed in July 31st, 2019, and on August 1st, Indian Muslim women thanked our Prime Minister. Coming to the fact to be remembered, this act came into force retrospectively. What is meant by retrospective, friends? Generally, when a law is passed, the implementation of this law is also starts the next day or when it get passed. That is, if a law passed in 2019, from this day only the law will be implemented, but not in past. What is mean by retrospective effective? Even though this law passed in 2019, it was implemented from 2018. That is called as retrospective effect of certain laws, because this law was in use already by ordinance, and 2019 Parliament passed it. So the case in between 2018 and 19 of particularly the triple talaq also will be using the similar law. Generally, in both cases, criminal laws and civil laws cannot be declared retrospectively, but only criminal laws can be declared as retrospective effect. Let's discuss certain provisions of this Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Act, which was introduced in 2019. Triple talaq is also called as talaq-e-biddat. What happens in this? If a Muslim husband utters the word talaq for the 3 times to his wife, then it can be considered as a divorce, friends. That may be in any format, like either he is talking to his wife or in a written format. Even if he sent messages through WhatsApp or a Facebook, then also it can be considered as a divorce. See how disgusting the triple talaq was misused, and the women, particularly the Muslim women, were not given any choice whether she want to have divorce or not. If a case was filed on the persons, then it can be considered as a non-bailable and cognizable offense. From the name itself, we came to know that non-bailable means bail are not issued in such category of cases. Coming to the cognizable, generally, you may have observed in most of the films that if the police officer or enforcement agencies want to arrest any other persons, then immediately the other persons may ask that where is a warrant order, yes or no. So it is a rule that if certain person have to be arrested, then a warrant order is needed. But for a cognizable offenses, arrest warrant is not needed. So question for you guys, mention certain offenses which are considered as a cognizable offenses in India. Please do answer in the comment box. And if the person finds guilty, then he will be punished up to imprisonment of 3 years and may or may not include fine too. The victim, that is the Muslim woman, will be given the right to alimony. It will be decided by the magistrate. And if the couple have the minor children, then the custody will be given to the mother. Major children can be decided that whether they'll be staying with the father or the mother. And very important thing, recently Jammu and Kashmir were declared as a union territory. So before that, I'm telling you that this act is applicable to all the states except Jammu and Kashmir. Recently, on this Women's Rights Day of August 1st, government declared that before this triple talaq law was introduced, over 63,000 cases were registered under triple talaq. But after enacting this law, the number of cases were dropped to 221 itself. That is almost more than 80% of the cases were dropped. Most of the major Muslim countries also banned such triple talaq. You can see here the birthplace of Islam, that is Saudi Arabia. When we just hear the name Saudi Arabia, immediately for me particularly the conservative mindset comes into picture. Even at such conservative level, Saudi Arabia banned this triple talaq in that country. Even our bordering states like Pakistan, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh also banned the triple talaq. Coming to the Pakistan, see here, it was banned in 1961 itself through ordinance, friends. See how forward they are looking. And the first country to ban this triple talaq was Egypt, that is in 1929 itself. And some of the Muslim persons may think that it is mentioned in the Quran or the Sharia, which is called as a Islamic law. But personally, I'm telling you, friends, even I also read the Quran. So in that, no such phenomenon is prescribed. Triple talaq is prescribed with certain regulations, that the triple talaq have to be happen over a 3 months, and after deciding, they have to approach the religious heads of the Muslim population, and proper discussions will be going on, and even the religious heads will try to counsel the couple. Even then, if they want divorce, then only the divorce will be accepted by the Muslim population. This is according to the Quran or the Sharia, that is Islamic law. So please do not think that the government is attacking the Muslim population, but it is promoting the Muslim women rights. And I hope that such codes may be useful for your mains answer writing exam. So let's see this.